For hundreds of thousands of years, humans were just trying to survive, find food, avoid predators, stay alive another day. But then something strange happened. Our ancestors started creating art. They buried their dead. They looked up at the stars and wondered what was beyond them. They weren't just surviving anymore. They were thinking. But the biggest mystery is this: when did humans actually become aware that they were human? The answer is not as simple as finding the first human. Scientists believe humans slowly developed self-awareness over thousands of years. Our ancestors were not suddenly different one day. Instead, small changes began appearing. They started using more advanced tools. They created symbols. They shared stories. They began leaving behind clues about what was happening inside their minds. But one discovery changed everything. One of the biggest clues comes from ancient art. Around 40,000 years ago, humans began creating paintings, carvings, and symbols that showed something incredible. They weren't just making tools to survive. They were creating things that had meaning. A handprint on a cave wall wasn't needed for food or protection. It was a message, a sign that someone wanted to say, "I was here." But art wasn't the only clue. Ancient humans also started burying their dead. This was a huge turning point because it showed they weren't only focused on survival, they were thinking about loss, memories, and maybe even what happens after life. A creature that only wants to survive doesn't stop to honor the dead, but humans did. And that raises an even bigger question. When did we start thinking about things we couldn't see? Some of the earliest signs of human thought came from our ability to imagine things that didn't exist yet. A hunter could picture a better weapon before creating it. A group could imagine a plan before carrying it out. Humans could think about the past, the future, and ideas that existed only in their minds. This ability changed everything because it meant humans weren't just reacting to the world, they were starting to shape it. But there is still a mystery scientists can't fully answer. We don't know the exact moment when humans became self-aware. There was no single day when an ancient person suddenly looked in the mirror and thought, "I am human." It was a slow transformation that happened over generations. A small spark of curiosity grew into language, art, technology, and civilization. And that spark is what separates us from every other species on Earth. But maybe the most fascinating part is this. The same curiosity that made ancient humans look at the stars is still inside us today. The questions they asked thousands of years ago are the same questions we still ask now. Who are we? Why are we here? And what makes us human? The truth is, ancient humans didn't just discover the world around them, they discovered themselves. And that discovery changed the future of every human who came after them. But discovering themselves was only the beginning. Once humans became aware of their own existence, something incredible started happening. They began searching for meaning. They didn't just see the world around them, they started trying to understand it. The stars were no longer just lights in the sky. Thunder was no longer just noise. Death was no longer simply the end. Humans started asking questions about things they couldn't see, and that changed everything. For the first time in Earth's history, a creature wasn't just reacting to the world, it was trying to understand it. Humans began creating stories to explain the unknown. They passed knowledge from one generation to the next. They remembered the past and imagined the future. A thought inside one person's mind could now live on for thousands of years. And this may have been the most powerful ability humans ever developed, the ability to share ideas. Because ideas changed everything. A single person could discover something new, but a group of humans could build on that discovery for generations. One person created a tool, another improved it, another taught it to someone else. Slowly, small ideas became bigger ideas, and those ideas became language, civilizations, science, and technology. The same curiosity that began with ancient humans staring at the stars eventually led to humans exploring the universe itself. So when did ancient humans know they were human? The truth is, we'll probably never know. There wasn't a single moment. There was no switch that suddenly turned on. Instead, it happened little by little. One question, one idea, one discovery at a time, until one day, humans were no longer just surviving the world. They were trying to understand their place in it. And maybe that's what truly makes us human. Not our strength, not our speed, not even our intelligence. It's our endless curiosity. The same curiosity that made someone leave a handprint on a cave wall is the same curiosity that sends spacecraft beyond our solar system. So maybe ancient humans never realized the exact moment they became human. But because they kept asking questions, we're still discovering the answer today.